All right, well, welcome aboard, everybody. Good morning, aloha, and of course, you guys can call me Marty, and I'll give you a little history about me. I've been flying helicopters over 20 years, over 10 years in Hawaii, 4 years in Alaska, a bunch of years with search and rescue out here, over 15,000 hours helicopter. Also, I want to make sure everybody had a chance to see that safety video before you got on board today. Good. Pictures and video, of course, shoot anytime you want. Helps to turn your flash off. That helps with the reflections. The microphones, I do switch them off during takeoff and landing, so only time I do it to you. And you got the air conditioner vents above you, close them, open them, rotate them like that. Other than that, everybody all set to go? Okay, good.
Yes.
So we live out in our old van. Gonna put the world away for a minute, pretend I don't live in it. Sunshine gonna wash my blues away. Had sweet love, but I lost it. She got too close, so I fought it. Now I'm lost in the world, trying to find me a better way. Wishing I was deep in the water somewhere. Got the blue sky breeze and it don't seem fair. Only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky. Never been so happy, never felt so high. And I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise. Wrote a note, said be back in a minute. Bought a boat and I sailed off in it. Don't think anybody's gonna miss. Mind on a permanent vacation. The ocean is my only medication. Wishing my condition ain't
Not bad, huh, guys?
now I'm deep.
What we'll do first is cruise up this river here called Hula. That's the river that was in Indiana Jones, if you remember when the seaplane took off. That was the scene with the snakes. That's the only part that's not true. There's no snakes on Kauai. We're going to fly along these mountains for a little while too. These are called the Haupu Mountains. Sometimes as we do, you get a little bit of wind up the cliffs, and there's always a couple places like that here. Nothing to worry about, just figure it's nice to let you know.
Living by the salty sea. One day you could be as lost as me. Change your geography.
Pretty soon you're going to see a dirt road approaching up ahead of us here. It's down low. It's an ATV tour you can try called the Kipu Ranch Tour. That's the road that was in the movie called Descendants. That scene when George Clooney drove the Jeep up over the hill, he was looking at all that land. He was sitting on that saddle to our left up there. All that land on the other side, it's going to become state parks land someday. No such thing as a private beach here though, so if you paddle to it, you can definitely use it. Like some of the ATVs are down to our right there. You can see them at the edge of that dirt road down there. Yep.
When you lose yourself, you find
Most likely you'll see that word kai quite a bit in the Hawaiian language, like kipu kai. That just means ocean. A couple more seconds here, we'll catch a little glimpse of it. So again, just over the saddle. Gonna make a beautiful state park someday. That's kipu kai. Totally different land to our right. Looks like by the furthest pond up ahead of us, all those black dots to the left of it, all cattle owned by the Rice family. They live right by that long row of pine trees you see up ahead of us here. Those are called cook pines. That's their house in the middle of the road. What about all of you? Where's everybody staying while you're on Kauai?
We're at the Marriott over at Waikiki.
On Waikiki?
I'm sorry, I'm not exactly sure, but it's the Marriott. We just passed over it.
Gotcha. Right there in Lihue? Gotcha.
We're at the other Marriott on Toipu Beach.
Right, down on the South Shore. That's what you see to your left out there. That's South Shore Sunnyside. Definitely down there, if you want to snorkel especially, you probably want to remember a restaurant called the Beach House. Typically 2, maybe 3 in the afternoon, seems like when a lot of the sea turtles come by. Plus, as you know, when you drive down there, you get to go through the tree tunnel. That long row of eucalyptus trees. We'll fly right over it. It parallels that ridgeline straight ahead of us, just on the other side. Good fishing along the way too. That reservoir to our left there, the Waitha Reservoir, is filled with peacock bass, largemouth, and tilapia. It used to be for the sugar cane. That's been gone on Kauai over 10 years. And I doubt you can tell, but right now we're traveling at 120 miles an hour.
Aloha ia e mawana ka oia iho.
Over that tree tunnel, what you should see up ahead of us here is basically cars going right to left. The real name of the tree tunnel is called Maluhia, planted in 1911, sometimes called swamp mahogany. You just see it coming up ahead of us here. That's a motocross track up ahead of us here. Usually Sundays when they ride, these guys go way up in the mountains. By the time you notice where they ride, it's going to look more like a pig trail. We're going to fly right over this mountain range here. These are the Kahili Mountains. The same deal. Sometimes you feel a little bit of wind as we cross over the mountains up here. In fact, if you look closely, you can see where they ride. That narrow line that goes up that cliff straight ahead of us, they ride right up that cliff there, and they'll ride up into the clouds. So they call it helicopters, but it actually has nothing to do with us flying over it. It has to do with when you ride down there, if you make a wrong turn, better figure out how to fly. Like you'll see that motocross trail will go right below us here. It's right on the edge of this cliff coming up. We'll continue west. We want to go into a valley called Hanapepe. Think back to 1992 is where they filmed the first of the Jurassic Park movies. It's where they filmed a helicopter landing in front of a waterfall. That's a 400-foot waterfall called Manawaiapuna. Everybody today still calls it Jurassic Falls. And there should be another reservoir approaching. It's going to be a little further to our left here in a few seconds, called the Alexander Reservoir. That's the water source for the coffee fields. Right now, coffee is the largest plantation here. There's over 4 million coffee trees on Kauai. If you're into that, go to the visitor center because you can try out all the different flavors for free. There's the reservoir there. It's all stream fed. Remember, that's Hanapepe Valley up ahead, privately owned by a family called the Robinsons. I'll tell you more about them here in a minute. But the first waterfall you're going to see in this valley is going to be a little further to the right. It's called Kahili. Should look like one waterfall sitting on top of another. So Kahili Falls, just kind of sneaking around the corner over there. See how it looks like one on top of another? Yeah. Now if you want to find Jurassic Falls, it's pretty easy. There's a ridge approaching straight down to our right here that slopes off on about a 45-degree angle. So as we begin banking to the left here, give it a couple of more seconds, look off directly up your right shoulder, and here she comes. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Now if you go back and watch the movie again, the helipad was actually built on that stone wall that sits in front of the pond down there. They took it away when it was completed. The first one was totally destroyed by Hurricane Iniki. That was 1992. Here's the strange part though. The day of that hurricane and